Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Tiffany, chiropractor and holistic health and life coach. Today I'd like to discuss optimal health and how it affects your finances. So when we are healthy, right, our body is firing on all cylinders and we don't have any chronic conditions or things of that nature. It keeps the cost of our health care for not only us, but our family as well down. So you may say, what do you mean by that? Most of the time, your annual visits would probably consist of, let's just say, your physical, having blood work, dental visits, maybe an eye exam, new glasses if you are a person who wears them, and contacts, excuse me. So that is, all of those are typically covered by your insurance. And you may have a small copay, but it definitely isn't a substantial amount. When you are in a unhealthy state or in an unhealthy state, your healthcare costs can definitely affect your finances in a negative way. So if you have to constantly go to the urgent care, if you spent any amount of time in the hospital, if you have to attend follow-up appointments with your doctor, have any type of surgery or procedure, all of those things are expensive. And although some of them may be covered by insurance, you definitely have to pay a larger amount than you would just say for your routine visits. So that causes stress, right? Those extra expenses that you don't plan to spend for. And let's not forget about the medications associated with those things. That within itself is an expense, and a pretty hefty expense, even if you are requesting the generic brand of the medicine. So our health affects every other area of our life, but with regard to our finances, it can be detrimental. And even if you are thinking long term, let's just say with regard to life insurance, you're wanting to leave something behind for your children, family, loved ones, or even if you're wanting to donate to a charity or organization. When they interview you and ask you healthcare questions to decide which bracket you fall into, most often, if you are in a pretty good healthy state, you will receive a better offer, right? If you are not in a healthy state, they have the option to decline your offer, or they may not be willing to give you as much as they would a person who's optimally healthy or in a better state of health. So that will even affect your loved ones once you depart this earth, right? We know that that is not something that we like to think about, but it's definitely something that we have to take into consideration. Our health not only affects us while we are here, it also affects us when we are no longer here, because we should want to leave a legacy, and we should want our loved ones to be able to carry on and take care of things that need to be taken care of without the financial strain. So keep that in mind. A lot of times people don't think of healthcare and expenses in terms of finances until something happens and they have to go to the doctor or to the hospital, and now they are left with this hefty bill that they did not anticipate having. It may be something that you would like to add into your budget outside of just your normal procedures. Just set aside a little bit, because you never know what can happen. I mean, even the most healthy person can have an accident of any kind. And even if you have great insurance, you will still have to come out of pocket and pay for something that you may not have expected. So think about this, not only for yourself, but also for your family. Think long term, think life, think short term as well. What can you do now to make sure that this does not become a hefty expense? And how can you plan for the future to make sure that your family does not suffer in the event that something happens to you, whether you are able to overcome it or God calls you home to be with Him? We want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and taking care of our loved ones, keeping the cost down as much as possible so that we don't have to put the burden on our loved ones in the event that something happens. So think about that, and maybe take the time to create an action plan. If you haven't looked into life insurance for your family and loved ones, I highly encourage you to do so. If you don't have it yourself, it's definitely something that you want to invest in while you still have the opportunity. And just be proactive. It's better to be proactive instead of reactive. We have to think always about not only ourselves, but our loved ones and others as well. Until next time, heal holistically, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.